like sports are football, hockey, basketball, and now volleyball. What's the argument?
Yeah, volleyball.
What's the argument?
Going is all that.
Major UW school. It's always been major UW. Oh, it's football, basketball, volleyball, and
Hockey. Quinn. And softball. Softball's pretty legit.
I said, what happened to the people who won?
No, like they like watch. I mean, like they came there to watch.
You know, most of the world watches about
I know soccer is a big
I think soccer is like maybe you have to Really isn't what sports do you play?
For baseball, half the time, more than half the time.
It's incredibly hard to get. The hardest thing to do in any sport is baseball.
Well, can you throw it?
It's about the size of your fist and moving. Well, can you row 90 miles an hour? I can. Do you ever get it? If you like 90 miles per hour.
Can you row 30 miles per hour?
I got 90 miles per hour. Especially when it's so outdated. Like, if you want to get
Tenzin, I can row faster than you. I'll race you. Let's go to wing row.
Are there like
Wait, me and you?
Small.
No, it's me and
Are
Tenzin.
there ergs in the major? We can race on a rowing machine. We can set it to 500 meters. Let's go.
It's also, rowing is also a machine. That makes it an exercise. There's no like football, it's like more baseball. It's all garbage. It's like a machine. There's like a million other things to do in this sport. Rowing.
There's a lot of other things too.
That's true. All you do is this. That's all upper body. You don't do anything else. Alright, what do you do with your legs? What do you do with your legs?
90% lower body.
Okay, what do you do?
Because the wheel, the seat is on wheels, so then
So
you
if you lower
It's like doing a bunch of left hands.
easy what's it in your
You play rowing on the week?
Yeah, give me tips.
I thought this was rowing game.
Is there a Wii sport?
Okay, if we're going to
That's how you decide.
There probably
how much
is.
does the biggest guy on your rowing team do?
Like, how much
Oh, in our team, our biggest guy is a weightlifter. He bench like more than probably like 200.
How about wait, he squats or he rows?
Spot?
How much do you think you can squat?
Oh, probably like 500.
No, the kid.
A lot.
Like how much?
He plays the,
8 pounds.
Like 2 on each side?
what do you mean, like leg press?
No, the squatting. How many plates?
We haven't even seen yet. We haven't even seen
wish I was a fireman.
Probably like, I don't know.
2? You said?
I don't know.
If it's 2, then that's like me and Chris. Sometimes that we can do.
Max, no. Squat so much that the bar doesn't hold enough plates for it.
Quinn, did you see him and like those senior kids over there in the corner?
There was like 8 plates on each side and they could do more.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
I'm sorry.
He can squat so much that like the bar didn't have enough room for him.
Alright,
Is that
guys.
broadcast wrong on
Did you
TV?
finish doing the warm-up?
Besides the Olympics.
The Olympics do not count. Because they do that like, because they have nothing.
I have never seen rowing on TV.
Heard of it, rowing.
It's like golf. If it is on TV, you don't watch it. It's never TV.
Have you guys ever seen rowing on TV?
Alright,
Yeah,
guys.
besides the
Yes.
Olympics, besides the Olympics.
Everybody.
I need your attention.
Guys, come
Doesn't happen. Thank you, Will. I know that most of you did the warm-up, but there are some students here who are really struggling and they still couldn't find all the ways to write those expressions. So if you could be a little quiet so that others could understand what we're doing. All right? So what's the first expression for this? So you have 2 to the third times 4. What's the first way to write this expression? Samuel?
You could write it 2 times 2 times 2 times 4.
2 times 2 times 2 times 4. Oh, that's one way. All right, thank you, son. So can anybody tell me, give me another way to write this expression? Eric?
8 times 4.
8 times 4. So basically, you multiply 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8, so 8 times 4. All right, good job. All right, now we need a third form.
4 times 2 times
Well,
4 times 2 times
4 times 2 times 4. So you multiply 2 times 2, which is 4, then 2, then 4. Good. Are there other ways? Can we find fourth way? Ethan?
32.
32. So what we can do, we can just multiply 2, 2, 2, which is 8 times 4, which is 32. Good. So what about this one? All right, Tenzin?
I saw that. I did 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3.
So it's 3 times 3. 3 times 2, 2. Good job. All right. What's the second way to write this expression? Mia?
Oh, that's the way I did it. So, I don't know.
So, all right, good. Nora? The question was to find 3 ways to write this expression. So we found the first one, and I need the second.
24 times 8.
24 times 8. Could you tell us how you did it?
I did 3 times 3.
3 times 3 times 3, which is? So right, let's do
27. This is wrong.
Oh,
27.
oh, right, so this is 27 times. Good. All right. We need a third way to write this expression. Fernando.
If you solve for 2 to the 3rd power, if you do that answer times 3 times 3 times 3.
Say it again, please.
If you solve for the 2 to the 3rd power,
Yeah, which is 2 to the 3rd power, which is 8, right? Times,
3 times 3 times 3.
right? Which is, all right, so 8, 3. So everybody agrees? Yeah. All right, so could you tell me why it is better to write those numbers this way using exponents? So do you prefer write those expressions this way or those? Sophia?
Well, if you write it with an exponential form, you don't have to write out all the numbers, but if you write it expanded like that, it's easier to see what numbers are actually.
Thank you. That's a good answer. All right. Do you have any more questions? Warm up. All right. So those are the homework for Friday, which is today.
Oh, yes.
And we're going to do the homework. Did you solve the exercise 11 and 12 for yesterday's homework? All right. So, do you have any questions about homework?
I got a different answer for number 12.
You got a different answer for number 12. So what was your answer?
I had basically that same line just in the opposite direction, so I probably just did it wrong.
All right. So this is what you found, right?
Yeah. No, I had the like the black line.
Oh, it was a positive instead of a negative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a top.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you, Jensen.
You're welcome.
All right. So could you explain to us how you found your answer?
I made like a chart of the silver balloons and the purple balloons. So like I used silver as X and purple as Y.
So you solved for X. So what X represents?
Silver balloons.
So X represents silver balloons, okay? And Y represents?
Purple balloons.
Alright. Purple balloons. Then, what you did? Your next step,
I made a chart,
you made a chart.
like a T chart. Yeah, like that. Yeah, table.
Okay.
And so I put all the X for the silver balloons. I just did, I just went up by 1, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because they're all $1. And
So what did you find for X equals 0? What was your Y?
0.
So it was 0?
Yeah. And then for 1, it was 0.8, and then 2 was 1.6, and 3 was 2.4. And
For 1 it was what?
0.8.
0.8?
Yeah.
For 2 was?
1.6.
1.6. So, could you tell us what's the mistake that your friend did here?
Because I had the fire stuff and the
Good. So it's like when you give X the value 0, you're trying to find the Y-intercept, right? So it's like if you don't buy any silver balloons, how many purple balloons can you buy with $20?
20.
25.
How much costs purple balloon?
$1.
80 cents,
All purple. Oh, my bad.
right?
Okay.
So if you don't buy any silver balloons, you can buy 25 purple balloons. 25 times 0.8 is 20, right? So this is your Y-intercept. Now, let's find your X-intercept. So if you don't buy any purple balloons, how many silver balloons you can buy?
20.
You can buy 20 because each silver balloon costs $1. So this is 20. Here it says each square is 2.5, right? So if you count here, you should find 8 squares, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You have your X-intercept, you have your Y-intercept, then you can draw your line, right? And because you have only $20, then you have to dash this area, correct? Why don't we dash all this area here? Yeah, because we can't have negative products. Have any answers? Right. So today we're gonna learn how to solve systems by elimination. So we already saw how to solve systems by graphing. And what's the second method? Ben?
What is it? Substitution?
Substitution. So the third method that we're going to talk about today is elimination. Look at So guys, we're gonna give you like here, we're gonna give you notes and you're gonna write at the same time while I'm solving the system.
Peanut butter.
Is that your whole entire lunch? Then you get hungry.
All right. How do we solve this system by elimination? Beck? Beck? How do we solve this system by elimination? So we should subtract the bottom from the top, or the inverse, right? So, but can we do that right now?
If you rewrite the equation so that the 3 divided by it, then you combine it and take the other out.
All right. So what we need to do first, we need to combine those two equations somehow, and then add them or subtract them, so that we cancel or eliminate one of the variables. All right, Beck? All right. So first, we're going to multiply top by 2. Remember to multiply the whole equation. Multiply this one by 3. So, Maya, why did Beck multiply the first equation by 2 and the second one by 3?
Why?
Yes.
Oh, because then C will just be places when we can work with D instead. So you try to
Right. What are we going to get?
6C.
Oh, because, 30 equals 6. So it's going to be 6C.
6C plus
Oh, plus 5. Oh, no, it's going to be 10D.
10B equals.
We have to multiply that by 2 also.
So this is going to be,
44, okay, 45, no, yeah.
you can use your calculator.
$45.25.
So it's going to be 45.
I don't know.
45.50.
Oh,
Right. And the second one,
and then,
Austin.
lost that.
42. 475. All right. So the first thing that we did, we have our equations here, our system. So the first thing we had to do is put the same variables.
Would you have to like put one into the other?
Like this
I'm so smart.
So we have all the variables with different coefficients. So what we did, we transformed the equations so that the coefficients of, for example, C, they have the same coefficient, right? So now, what should we do next? Lucas? Alright, so subtract the bottom from the top. So, what do we get?
1D.
Alright, so 6C minus 6C. These cancel out. 10D minus 9D.
So there's 1D.
1D equals to 2.75. Alright, so now we solve for one of the variables. We have our D equals 2.75. What should we do next? Well, yes. Yes. Right, Aaron? We found D. What should we do next?
Find C.
Exactly. So we have D. We just need to find C. But how are we going to do that? Right, Sophie? We found D, and now we need to find C. Right. So, Will, could you repeat what Sophie just said? All right, guys. Yes. All right, guys. Jackson, please. Will, couldn't hear what Sophie was saying. So if we can stay a little quiet so that we can hear each other. All right. Sophie, could you repeat, please, what you just said? All right. Will? Exactly. So what we need to do, we need to plug in this value in one of the equations. Does it matter which equation we pick? First, second one? It doesn't really matter. So let's say we want to plug 2.75 in the first equation. So what do we get?
5 times 2.75.
So 2C, 3C, 3C plus 5. Equals 22. All right. So then, how are we going to solve this for C? Right. So here.
Once you multiply 5 and 275,
Yeah. Good. So what's 5 times 2.75?
13.75.
13.75. So this is 3 equals 2. So what we did. So what's 22.75 negative minus 13.75? Sebastian, could you do the computations, please, for us? 22.75 minus 13.75. 9? Thank you. So we have 3C equals 9. Then we divide both sides by 3. And we get C equals what? C equals 3. So we have C equals 3, D equals 2.75. So what's the next step? What we should do next? Right? Elena, what should we do next? So we have C, we have D. Yes, we need to check our solution. So we need to plug these values in one of the equations and see if we get a true statement. Right? And the last step, what's going to be our last step? We should write our solution. All right. So it's 2.75. 2.75. So which solution is correct? The first one or the second one? It depends on what?
It's the first one, the C.
So you agree with Quinn?
Yeah.
Well, basically, it depends of your axis system. If you choose C to be the horizontal axis and D the vertical axis, then this is going to be the correct solution. Right? But if you switch, if you choose C to be the vertical axis and D to be the horizontal axis, then this is going to be your solution. Right? Do you have any questions? All right, let's do some exercise. Did you take the notes? All right. Let's do some exercise and see if you can solve by imaging. Yes, yes. Do it in the back of the paper that we just gave you. Because you don't have it, right?
What's that?
You said like you don't have those exercises.
Yeah, they don't have, they can just write it on the back of their notes.
Yes.
Or on a different piece of paper.
All right.
The first equation is in a standard form.
Right, it's not.
Either one we just solved.
Because they're all and then it would be, dude, you make breakfast. It would be 4x. And then he blocked my way. Yeah, I got a question. Yep.
Yeah, so,
You just switch them and then.
oh, yeah, never. Yeah, so it's like basically, elimination, and that would be we're trying to eliminate one of the variables, right? So what do? We look at the coefficients of our variables. So we have negative 4x, we have 4x. So how can we combine those two equations?
Wait, is there an erg in the paper?
Yeah, just split that, yeah.
Yeah, it's what? Is there a rowing machine in the gym in the paper?
I got it. No one cares.
Why do they not have a rowing machine at the gym?
Because there is
It's not cardio. Actually, it is.
negative 36. Yeah. That's
And now you solve for so you would have to multiply this to 7 just to make the same. And it would be 35x plus 7y.
So if you divide by 6, you get
35x plus 7y.
y. So did you see what we just did here? We get rid of one of the variables. We found y. Right? Now that you found y, you have to go back and find x.
No, just a
But I'm supposed only to detect myself. Because I'm gonna be selfish.
Is it still going?
Wait.
Let me check.
Oh.
It's still going!
23.
I'm gonna be in this a lot.
It's like, I don't want to do it.
Into one of the equations.
I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, you don't have to.
I have to write it.
For helping with this.
I helped those out.
I'll set it up.
Miss Murphy. Oh, wait, never mind. We're at negative 12.
So this is 0.5 versus
How many? I already know my version.
So 2x plus 1. So what you need is x 0.
Aaron, do you do any spring What?
Rowing.
Dude, no, seriously, you do legit join rowing. I already recruited Johnny Wishbone.
Johnny who?
Yeah, Wishbone. Ben. Johnny Wishbone is doing spring rowing.
No, he's not.
I was talking to his parents.
To your parents?
To his parents.
No.
Why are you talking to their parents?
To recruit people for
No.
rowing.
No, I'm trying to get him to do rowing.
I feel like Chancellor's going to call every single parent.
No, I'm not gonna.
Can you get your son or daughter to row, please?
Yeah, I know. It's easy. I can just say,
So you're not going to subtract the equations.
Henry should do rowing because he's tall.
No, it's not. Then you're going to add that.
He's tall.
Yeah, taller than flooded. That's all you need to be.
So you have to be tall in order to fast.
Wait, you wrote comments about gonna get
I don't know if he rows in the fall.
That's so
Maybe just in spring, because spring is the main season. Fall doesn't really count. It's just like in preparation.
What would you rate the staple?
Oh, then it gets a little harder.
So what would you rate on the scale?
So this is your y and x Then you do the same thing, but
I was
you
told
want
that it's 45, 40, 30.
Jake, watch me be right about this all along and you just let me
I don't know if I should take my chemistry test. I gotta say, wait.
Okay, I aced all of my quizzes and all of my tests and turned in like 99. Yeah, like a 93.
I'm starting with Jackson.
In science?
Oh, in science?
Yeah. I have a major in studies.
Alright guys, let's solve the first system together. So, no, we're gonna just work on it.
I get them.
Right?
Eric, how far are you?
How far am I?
Alright.
Right now.
Nice.
Samuel,
What?
did you solve this
Yes,
one?
I did.
So, what did you do?
Well, first off, negative 4x and 4x cancel each other out.
Yes, so you just added both equations. So we add both equations.
Yep.
These cancel out.
And then I have 6y
So this is 6y equals
equals negative 36.
negative 36.
And then I divide by 6.
Divide both sides by
Yeah.
6.
And then
And
I
you
got
get y equals,
negative 30, or negative 6.
right? So then what do you do?
What?
Then now you have your y equals
Oh,
negative
I
6.
Oh yeah. So then I plug y into the first equation.
Right?
Yep, so negative 4x equals negative 2 times negative 6.
Negative 2 times
Negative 6
negative 6.
equals negative 12.
Negative 12.
And so then I solve for x.
You solve for x, you find x equals
Well, I did negative 2 times negative 6, which
negative 2 times negative 6, which is
negative, or it's positive 12.
positive 12.
And so then negative 4x.
Oh yeah, that's right. I already did that.
Negative 4x equals
Plus negative 4x plus, okay, subtract 12. Negative 4x equals negative 24.
negative 24.
Then I divide one side by negative 4. And I got, negative
You can use your calculator.
It's number 2. That's B.
6.
And then you check your solutions,
I think it's negative, or, yeah, it's negative 6.
and you write your equation, which is 6 and negative 6. Is that what you found, Ethan, for the first one? Negative 6. Yes. Alright, let's check.
Austin, just go on calculator. I really like that. Let me see it. Does it say? Never mind.
One mistake. That's why I asked you to check your solution.
I was getting that.
Wait, is it 6
Dude, this Tibetan teacher, like, during Tibetan, like, slapped me super hard. I just looked at the video itself, joke. And then he had to pay the girl who, like, he broke there. And he had to pay her, like, $5. Yeah, he, like, slapped me so hard.
The sad thing is that technically you're right, but
That's a really gross. I was
Okay, just put an X in, put X in Y is
What?
writing it.
No.
You don't know my pain. I'm scarred for life now because of Richard.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, if you finish these 4 problems, you should finish drafting and solving the problems from yesterday on that worksheet, which I will collect on Monday.
I don't think this is mine.
The one that looks like this from yesterday.
But we barely got any time to do it yesterday.
Yeah, we're gonna collect that Monday.
You Austin, why don't you have me tell project?
Okay,
Alright,
Why do you not have my calculator?
let's do exercise 3. Alright guys, show me your stamp please. Alright, Sophia, did you solve this one?
Yeah.
So, can you tell us what you do?
For that one, I multiplied the 5x1 by 2.
You multiply the first one by 2.
Yeah, so then that was 10x plus 2y equals 18.
10x plus 2y equals 18.
And then,
And the second one stays
yeah, the second one is
the same. So then what do you do?
And then I did the 10x minus 7y minus that.
So you subtracted the first one,
Yeah, I subtracted.
right? So what do you get?
And then I got negative 9y equals
Negative 9y equals
0.
equals 0, are you sure? So 2 minus negative 7 is basically
I did negative 5.
negative 18. Negative 18 is going to be negative 36. It's negative 36. If you subtract the second one from the first one, negative 7 minus 2 is negative 9. Negative 18 minus 18 is negative 36. Right? So, then what do you do next? So we divide it by negative 9. Which is 4. Right. So then what do we do? Sebastian, what do we do next? Now we have y equals 4. What's the next step? So we plug this value into the original equation. So we can pick any equation we want, right? So let's pick the first one. So it's 5x plus 4 equals 9. So could you solve this for x, please?
It's like the same thing right here, but like it's connected to Kairos and Kairos.
So what should we do? We should subtract 4 from both sides.
Bless you.
Thank you.
And then, so x equals 1. Then we need to do, what's the next step? We found x, we found y. What's the next step?
Check it.
We check our answer. So we plug those values like 1 and 4. So 5 times 1 is 5. Plus 4 is 9 equals 9. So 9 equals 9. Solution is correct. And then last step, we write our solution. So which is going to be 1. Any questions? Good.
Two no engineer.
Is that what you found for that system?
Two no engineer. Oh. What are the variables in that? Yeah. It can be anything you want. Wow. Look how focused they are. They've never been this focused the whole entire time.
I didn't get my paw. My paw.
Picture of what?
Oh my god.
Gymnastics is so easy. I'm kidding. I did it in 7th grade. It was horrible. No, it was so hard.
I can't even do a cartwheel.
Yeah, it was so hard. You had it for like gym. Especially like the, what do you call it, when you like jump on something, like a jump on a the vault. Yeah.
I was the only
Dude, I was on the sock, I had my socks on. Yeah, I had my socks on, and like when I jumped, I like slipped on a trampoline, and then like I just got a concussion. And the pegboard was the hardest. You just make it equal.
So basically, you have to play so the first one stays the same.
No, you have to like No. I think you're 18.
Y equals this. Yeah.
mystery.
I don't think this is right.
Oh, yeah.
I got two. Yeah, I feel like this is one you can use. Yeah, I got like negative 28 over
3 are prequels, like, and nobody likes them. Okay, they're bad. But compared to the original high school, same. But compared to
It's Phantom Menace, for New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return.
So what's 16 times?
Those are all there for the last 3.
So now you can.
I got 2 definitely.
Empire Strikes Back was what I thought.
Star Wars will never die. Star Wars never ends.
Okay. I feel like this is, I feel like
You better be at my house. Back.